Inside of Watsontown Glass Company, owner Rick Wolf is talking about different local history he has found out that has taken place in the borough. Wolf is passionate about local history and at one point found out about inventor and businessman Thomas Edison making visits to central Pennsylvania. Wolf is from Sunbury, and in the city, Thomas Edison is probably the most famous person to ever come there.
He was the greatest inventor of all time, and he walked the streets of Sunbury, and he was there. And he came back several occasions. So we all just idolized Thomas Edison.
Wolf says the reason Edison came out to central Pennsylvania was because he was working on a project to put electrical wire in New York City. He says Edison was a direct current guy, and in order to wire that, he had to use heavy copper cables, and it was too expensive, and he was going to lose money on his contract. He says Edison stopped the project in New York and worked on a new system using the three-wire electrical system, which used thinner wires, which had a lot less copper and was a lot less money. He says he was searching for an area where he could be competitive with existing forms of illumination.
He came to Sunbury and in Shamokin both and worked on his three-wire system and set up dynamo generators and set up all that in Sunbury and wired houses and churches and the city hotel, which was his big one.
Wolf says that Thomas Edison even came through Turbotville in the late 1800s to give a demonstration about electric light. He says that he went through a lot of materials to find out about Edison's visits to Northumberland County.
I read a lot, okay? And if there was a book on Thomas Edison, I picked it up and read it because I was just fascinated with the man and with his life and what he accomplished in life.
Wolf says Edison changed the world with his inventions. He says there was almost no technology that Edison didn't have his hand in. Wolf says it's important to keep history alive and to make sure these stories are continued to be told.
Edison was able to look ahead and say, this electricity thing, I believe this might actually be important someday. Well, guess what? Look around us.
Justin Gick, Newswatch 16, Northumberland County.